Schlatt, did you see the movie Nope?
Nope.
I don't know if that's Nope question mark or
no.
You'd
the
love
last
it the most.
movie I watched was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's a great
and it was
movie.
the best movie I've seen all year, and I decided I would stop watching movies this year.
I loved that movie. You should see Nope. That there's a lot of chimpanzee
Nope is good.
attacks in it.
There is a lot. It's a very prevalent theme.
It's quite a bit.
It's like you start watching that movie and like from the get-go you're like, man, chimpanzee attack.
Yeah.
You'd
Maybe
like
I gotta
it.
see
I
it.
think it's one of those things where I think that most people I'd be like expect to be shocked, but then for that scene for Schlatt, I just think that he'd be guffawing the whole
What do you mean
time.
that scene? Is there a chimpanzee attack scene?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There is?
Big time.
Specifically,
It's like 10
Big
minutes
time.
long.
Isn't that awesome? Just like this world we live in, that a guy is like on demand and he'll come whenever you want. He just
think
comes.
It is really nice. He just comes all over. And I think the best kind of guy to come is the one that just, they don't really say anything. That it's just they communicate like Kratos. Like they just come in with a bunch
like
of grunts.
Yeah.
They come in, they're like,
yeah.
you're like, yeah,
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
exactly.
I can't hang my acoustic foam panel. You gotta help me.
Please, step guy, help me hang up a painting.
Yeah. And then he fucks you in the ass.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
do they have
nuts.
those? Is that whole thing with the cars from the 50s? Is that like a legit thing?
Oh, dude, I one of the things that blew my mind is someone went by in like a pristine, like 1950s Oldsmobile, and I'll never forget. He's driving with one hand, and in the other hand, he had a bottle of water, like a liter of water, with a piece of tubing that he had going directly to the radiator. Because they're obviously like the coolant was cracked or something. So he was like line dripping water to the radiator to keep it from overheating while he was driving. And I was like, that's nuts. They are so good at keeping these cars running. It would blow your mind.
Craziest things to happen to me.
I wish
for sure.
I had more fucking stories about just being in cool places.
See, you
I've had
gotta travel, Schlatt.
zero foreign enrichment in my entire life, and I think it's abundantly obvious based on the type of person I've become.
You're at a crossroads. You can either travel and enrich yourself, or you become a grunt guy.
Dude, well,
That's
what if I could
true.
be both? What if I could be
That's
both?
true.
No, you can't be both.
No, you
I
can't.
can't
Why
be
would
both?
you want to be a
No
grunt guy,
one
though?
is like making their ways down the channels of Venice, you know, and the guy's like, "Oh, grazie. You want to get the linguine later?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, you're touched by the magic.
I went to Ireland once. I was 6 years old. The only thing I remember from that fucking god awful country is the plants that have spikes on them. They're called nettles. It's the only bit of knowledge I retained from that fucking shithole. I was like, yeah, I get why you guys forgot how to make potatoes. It's absolutely miserable there.
Schlatt just unearthed trauma. I just have this vision of 6-year-old Schlatt chocked full of nettles like a fucking porcupine.
We were playing frisbee. We brought a frisbee on the trip somehow. We were throwing it with our fucking Irish ancestors, and I run into a bush full of nettles, and I'm like, ah! And they're like, oh no, don't go into that. A little late to tell me. I go inside. I'm fucking bleeding. Like my arms, my legs are fucking shredded.
Oh,
and they're
my
like,
God.
yeah. Oh, sorry. We forgot to tell you about the fucking nettles that
Yeah,
are
and
all
then
around
they
this
say,
country.
"It's all right. Here's a beer."
Yeah.
and there
And
you
I
have
say,
Ireland.
booyah.
I said, "Booyah!"
I went to Australia, but that's not very different. You know what I miss?
Huh.
I miss the flip phone T9 predictive text. That's what I miss. I grew up on that shit. Everyone else was starting to get like iPhones and shit. My parents were like, nah, you're sticking with that
You
Motorola
could
Razr.
fly. Are you using an iPhone?
I have an iPhone now, yeah.
They have a version of it.
They do?
You just leave your finger on the phone and start tracing the letters, and it'll.
Oh
fill in.
yeah, I do
I
that.
never
But I'm
understood-
talking about like the you get the keypad, the
big
9
boy.
numbers. You
The
got to
big
hit
boy.
1 3 times to
Yeah.
get to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in order to use that swipe thing, though, you have to have like a brain that thinks in the 4th dimension. Like I've tried it before, and I do not know how it fucking works.
No.
I used to do the predictive text though. He's right. I think the swipe thing you can teach your brain because when I taught tennis, I taught with a girl who would text in her pocket. Using predictive text, and it was crazy. She would like.
So
look at
you
a
weren't even
message.
mad. You were impressed.
No, she was my coworker.
Oh, I thought this was like a student that was
She would
like,
take her phone out. She would get the message quickly, and then she would put her phone in her pocket and do this.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's fucking nuts.
yeah.
How do you even
a wizard.
I mean,
that is
people
fucked
were
up.
good at texting back at the keypad era.
Was
I almost
texting-
exclusively use the swipe feature. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very good at it. But
Did your question?
go
Did
ahead.
your dyslexia hamper your texting ability? And this is from a pure curiosity, not being like, haha, you're dyslexic.
I've sent and posted some things that are just wrong.
They're just nonsense.
They're just wrong. There's
What's
so many
the
tweets,
What's the
and then
worst
your
one?
whole audience is like, ha ha.
Will just posted gobbledygook again.
Dude, but you could ruin them. You could ruin them.
How?
You could tear them down. You could say that's ableist.
I'm not stooping to that.
Oh, you think it's a stoop?
Ted, I'm not missing a leg. I can't read. The people that are allowed to use ableism, I'm not one of them. Okay?
Oh my, Ted, I'm not missing a leg. I can't read. Okay, that's fair. Fair
Yeah.
point. Fair point.
I think that some people should be able to use the ableism badge. I'm just not one of them. Let me clarify by saying that, right?
Which is
I
why
feel
my
like
zombie
that's
apocalypse
stolen
plan is
valor.
so anti-ableist because of the ramps.
Listen, I've experienced things like this, okay? Where people steal some valor. You want to know what valor is getting stolen all over the place that I
What?
can't stand? Freckles. Okay?
You've got
All
freckles.
these- I got freckles. Dude, I wish we telegraphed more.
That is an opinion that you hold only.
With Telegraph.
I mean-
Okay, you wanna like it. What is different? What is so great about telegraphing that you couldn't get in like just sending like an
It just
old-fashioned letter?
It just feels so urgent. Something about Morse code just feels so fucking urgent.
That's true because you don't know what's being said. You have to decipher
That
it.
is
And if
true.
it
Do you
is
think
urgent,
anybody sexted via telegraph?
Oh,
That's a question no one's ever. Do you think some dude
well,
was just sitting
sexting
there?
is almost inherently urgent based on your hormones.
your horniness.
It's a
Right.
hormonal
But
urgency.
now just imagine some guy sitting there. Can you hear this?
I assume. I'm getting hints of it, but it sounds like you're doing the Go XLR
Yes,
beep
I'm doing
thing.
the Go XLR beep. And some guy's sitting there and he's like, "Oh, you want me to do what?"
Wait, what's she saying? Scribble something down.
Ooh,
Oh,
nasty. Some guy's in the room next door. He's like piecing it together. He's like, "That's just awful."
They're sending
those beeps
SOS.
mean.
I think they're coming.
Wait, no, Thomas Edison did this. According to Reddit, yeah, Thomas Edison taught his second wife Morse code so they could communicate in secret.
That's incredible, dude. What a fucking homie. So Thomas Edison.
Treacherous Thomas getting his rocks off
Treacherous
via the
Tommy.
telegram.
Damn.
Wow. There is something urgent about, well, here's the thing. There's an equation that's required for the urgency of the telegram because you can't be the one to know that you got the telegram. You need a person to come into the room and say, "So you've got a telegram."
That's true.
That's like an important aspect of receiving a telegram is you need to hire someone to
To interpret the beeps and write it into smut.
write it into smut, and then come in and say, "Sir, you've got a telegram."
You have a fucking liaison going back and forth. Yeah, I want to come in you. And he's just like, God, sir.
Yeah, I used to work for the war effort. What the fuck is this?
You've got like one of the Navajo code talkers doing it encrypted for you so that nobody can figure out what you're saying.
Wind talkers.
No,
Yeah, dude, encrypted fucking sex telegrams. Oh shit. That's good. That's good memes right there.
that's really funny.
I don't know if I'm too nostalgic for the telegram.
I don't think any
Before
of us
my
are old
time.
enough to be.
It's before my time, but
Yeah, Will, but you're nostalgic about telegrams, given how old you are.